All right. Oh, wrong screen. All right, chat. Here we go. What's good, guys? We're gonna start this off today. Um, we're gonna be watching the not I keep on saying Iran. We're gonna be watching Indian news outlet talk about what Trump was talking about yesterday, and on Truth Social on about their attack on Karg Island, and then we're gonna watch either Nick talk about Trump maybe ending the war, and then if he's not really if he's just rambling, we'll finish watching Myron at Ohio State. Ohio University actually. But yeah, let's get right into this, guys. Appreciate everybody for being here. Uncle, I see you in the chat. Let's roll.
The bitch shaking it, showing it. You this, you that. We laughing at them together. Oh! So stop treating these mother like they mean something.
Let's go to TikTok. All right, now we don't like wasting time over here, so we get right into it. Let's see what India has to say about what Trump was talking about yesterday on Truth Social.
While diplomacy unfolds in the background of a rapidly escalating conflict, the message has triggered fresh scrutiny over what is really unfolding on the ground. US President Donald Trump, in his Truth Social post, claimed that March 30th was the big day for Iran. In his Truth Social post, Trump claimed that
because he said last week that he was going to do it Sunday, but I guess he did it Monday.
US has already taken out many long sought-after targets. This post comes after Trump's claim that Iran has already achieved its objective of regime change in Iran. Big day in Iran. Many long sought-after targets have been taken out and destroyed by our great military, the finest and most lethal in the world. God bless you all, wrote Trump in his latest Truth Social post. Trump had earlier suggested that a deal with Iran is close and claimed that they have already changed the earlier group of leaders. It's a whole different group of people, so I would consider that regime change, said US President Donald Trump while speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One.
Iran has already said they are prepared for if people are to die. They have people in succession 7 deep, 8 deep, 9 deep. So him saying that is kind of dumb. Like really dumb.
The war in Iran has entered its 31st.
Hold up, y'all. It should be showing. They're behind or what? But that's weird that it's not on the same. Oh, okay, it is. Okay, but I'm about to say. Bet it up. All right. All right. Bet. So I can see my Facebook chat. All right.
Day.
But yeah, like I was saying, Iran has already said they have people in succession waiting to come in and replace anybody that is to die in the event of the war.
The Strait of Hormuz remains closed effectively.
Facts.
Even though Trump has claimed that the US has already claimed its objective global benchmark for crude oil,
but that the Middle East has been saying that since we started like doing dealings in the Middle East with Saudi Arabia in the 1970s. So the Middle East it's been like that. It's been like we don't like your government. We don't care about it's not the people, it's the government. It's always been like that with them.
Brent crude has risen to $115.85 per barrel, while US-Israeli forces have struck a petrochemical facility in Tabriz, affecting the power supply in parts of Tehran. An Iranian fire hit an industrial area in southern Israel, causing a massive blaze. Iranian Speaker of Parliament, MB Ghalibaf, accused the US of talking about diplomacy while planning a ground attack. The enemy publicly sends messages of negotiation and dialogue while secretly planning a ground attack, read his statement as reported by the Iranian state media IRNA.
So what doesn't make sense is like you can't keep doing the same uh you can't keep doing the same tactic over and over again. They've already seen this one before. Hey, let's come talk. We're trying to end the war. We want peace, while they're getting ready to do their next invasion or their next attack to lull you to sleep. Like you can't keep doing the same thing. Like y'all got to come up with different strategies because Iran is not falling for that bullshit.
The US continues to mobilize troops to West Asia as 3,500 Marines and sailors have reached Iran aboard the USS Tripoli. Similarly, 82nd Airborne Division have been mobilized in the region, with several reports suggesting that the US is planning an invasion of Karg Island. Thanks for tuning into this incredible...
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard, which was I thought was supposed to happen Sunday, but I guess they're still preparing for it. But yeah, he's about to invade. He's trying to invade Karg Island and take over that island. If they could, but like, it doesn't make sense. Like, let me show you where the island is. If you can't hold the Strait of Hormuz, why the fuck do you think you? Why the fuck would you want Karg Island? Like, why the fuck would you want that shit? Look. Okay, okay. This is this is the Strait of Hormuz, right? This is the Strait of Hormuz right here, right? Right? Let me move my thing. This is the Strait of Hormuz is right here. Right? Right here. It's small, easy to get to. You can't even get through it. It's there. They have closed this off to everybody. They control it the whole way, right? That's the strait. And that's how little the strait is. It's not long. It's not big, but that's the whole point is that they can control that small area of water right here. And look how much closer Karg Island is to Iran. And they think they're gonna get that island and not have hella casualties. Are you crazy? You can't even get through the fucking strait and you think you're not gonna get fucked on that island? And the island doesn't look like it's mountainous. It doesn't look like you see the terrain right here. You can kind of see the terrain for Iran. You don't see that kind of terrain on the Karg Island. That shit look like a flat ass straight like really a desert island. I don't know how the fuck like we gotta really go deep and I gotta actually look like let me go look fucking like that shit don't even exactly my point. Why can't I just get a good picture? Like this isn't mountainous. This is flat industrial. No, there's no hiding in this. They're getting bombed. This is getting this is getting lit up. Like I don't know why they think that taking this island is a good idea. This is just a death sentence. This is just hey, this is where all our American soldiers at. Let's you can bomb them right here. So I think they're just using this as like a plan to get a lot of people killed. Like out in the open. Okay. But I mean, they don't even have to come out though. Like, look how close Karg Island is to Iran. Like they don't even have to come out. They can literally just shoot missiles at them all day. Like they couldn't even cross the water to get to them. Like they could literally shoot missiles at them all day and not worry. Because like where could they? Well, the only other place to go is forward, unless you're going back. Like it's like if Iran is smart, they're not gonna. Let me go for Karg. That's what I'm saying. Like if they're smart, they're not gonna fucking. They're gonna keep using the missiles. Karg Island is very important, but yeah, if they're smart, they're gonna. But I think Karg Island is their like Hold up. Oh shit. Off Iran's coast, it handles roughly 90%. Okay, yeah, so yeah, definitely they're definitely gonna be fighting for that then, brother. You're exactly right. 90%. If so yeah, they this so if like you say it's a distraction, then what is the next attack to get into Iran? Because then we have to worry about the mountains. Like it's it would we would literally have to, like Larry Johnson said last stream, we would literally have to put 3 million men in Iran for an invasion. That is insane. But Karg Island is a very vital part for Iran. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting. This will be an interesting dispute now. This will be very interesting to see what happens with that.
Development for today, as I'm sure you have heard, all the talk, all the rumors, all the press says that this war is about to end imminently. President Trump is giving a primetime address tomorrow, interestingly enough, on April Fool's Day. Kind of like not a great sign, not a great omen. That's kind of arguably the worst day, I would say. We're in the middle of this catastrophic war. People are wondering, are we about to invade Iran or are we going to cut our losses? And Trump announces a primetime address on April Fool's Day. How's anyone going to know it's legit? How can anyone believe what he says tomorrow? Is Trump going to give a speech tomorrow and say, the war is over? We don't even want the strait anymore. April Fools. How are we going to know? How can anyone actually know? But Trump is giving an address tomorrow, seriously, and everybody suspects that this speech is going to be about how we are drawing down our engagement in Iran. There have been a number of public statements from the Secretary of State, from the Secretary of War, from the White House press office, from Senator Lindsey Graham, from Benjamin Netanyahu. All statements in the past 48 hours, which seem to indicate that there is a lot of pressure in the White House to bring the war to a close. And this is what everybody believes. This is a story from the Wall Street Journal, and this includes a statement from the president as well. It says, quote, President Trump said on Tuesday the U.S. would be leaving Iran in 2 to 3 weeks. Addressing reporters in the Oval Office, Trump said the U.S. has eliminated Iran's nuclear threat. He said it will take 15 to 20 years for them to rebuild what we've done to them. Trump plans to address the nation on the war tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Earlier in the day, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, said the coming days of the conflict would be decisive and that.
But I thought they already got people on the island. Hold on.
This is planning an invasion in the region. Airborne Division. Similarly, 82nd Air have reneged. The U.S. continues to mobilize troops to West Asia as 3,500 Marines and sailors have reached Iran aboard the USS Tripoli. Similarly,
Yeah, are they already? I think they're already. Are they already on Karg Island? Because if they're already on Karg Island, are they just waiting for the Kurds to come? Okay. No, okay. It could. So they're not on Karg Island yet, right? So the Kurds will send the Kurds to invade Iran from Iraq, causing Iran. But I don't think the Kurds are gonna. I don't think the Kurds are gonna go. I don't think the Kurds are gonna like. And then that air and take Karg while Iran is fighting the Kurds. Um, Karg isn't gonna. I don't think Karg is hard to. Well, if Iran, But Iran is big enough to fight the Kurds. This this plan only works if the Kurds go though. So like if the Kurds don't go, then the U.S. doesn't have this distraction. But that's why I don't think the Kurds are. I don't think this. I don't think the plan is centered around the Kurds because I don't think the Kurds are gonna go before in Iraq. Facts, facts, facts. I don't think the Kurds are gonna go. If they're smart, I don't think they're gonna go. But like you said, if they do go, that would be a great distraction for America to take Karg.
That the number of projectiles launched by Iran in the past 24 hours represented
And excuse me for eating, guys. I did just get off of work, so bear with me.
the lowest during the war so far. At the same time, the aircraft carrier.
Oh yeah, I figured out why we don't have subs yet. It's because I don't have 75 followers. I think we're at 74 right now, guys. I just started this kick like December, like not like literally not too long ago. Like literally not too long ago. Oh, goodness, I want to go to my channel. Yeah, we're at 74 followers. So yeah, I literally just started this kick not too long ago. What? You can sub? What? There's no way, Unc. There's no way you can sub. I swear. But that's what it was telling me the other day. Like, you need 75 followers. So I was like, damn, I ain't there yet. We need one more. But yeah, appreciate Unc with the sub. I gotta fix that shit though. Don't worry. Do not worry. We're gonna be doing that shit today. Making sure all this shit looks nice now. But can't sub myself. Okay, you can give, but can't. Okay, yeah, yeah. So I think at 75, we will be able to just be able to get subs. So we need one more. We need one more follower. Don't we're on the way. So you know we post every day. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we grinding. I'm not worried. I appreciate Unc with the sub. He is the fucking goat.
Perfect. Perfect.
USS George H.W. Bush and its accompanying warships are deploying to the Middle East, joining two other U.S. carrier strike groups in the region. So you're going to have 3 carrier strike groups positioned, I believe, by the end of this week. That is the USS Abraham Lincoln, the Gerald Ford, and the George Bush. That's actually one additional carrier from when we started. We started with 2. Now we're going to have 3. And so let's talk about the current state of the conflict. I'm not going to go through all the background. I think everybody's aware of the facts at this point. As you know, we are stuck in this bear trap. We are caught in a stalemate. The decisive 4-day operation to collapse Iran's government with a decisive strike failed. We are now in an attritional war, which is depleting our munitions, standoff weapons, missile defense systems. Iran is successfully targeting U.S. radar, U.S. bases, strategic U.S. aircraft like an E-3 Sentry, which was destroyed earlier in the week and which cannot be replaced, which we only have about a dozen of those and we don't make them anymore. We don't know how to make them anymore.
I'm like, how the fuck does that make sense? Like, how the fuck does that make sense to you? Like, how the fuck do we not know how to make some shit anymore? Like, what the fuck? Also, what is annoying is that Iran isn't using billion-dollar equipment to destroy these, to destroy our billion-dollar equipment. They're using like $10,000 fucking drones. Like, that's why they're also winning. Bruh, like, that shit is so stupid. Like, the moon landing is so retarded. How the fuck do we forget? Bro, if you have never seen this nigga, you probably have though. If you be deep in the if you be deep in this space like this, but his name is Eric Owens. That nigga is hilarious. Like, he's like, how the fuck do we lose the equipment and we have the fucking spaceship in the museum? How the fuck do we lose how the fuck do we lose the day? Like, how do we go backwards? The fuck, we had more technology back then? Like, how the fuck does that make sense?
And that is not even mentioning the biggest problem in this attritional war, which is not even the economical problem of our slow defense supply chains, the fact that we have been rendered vulnerable to Iranian drones and ballistic missiles, which has caused significant losses of U.S. military hardware and infrastructure.
Aluminum foil
But the
shuttles.
biggest problem, as everybody knows, is this global energy crunch, which has resulted from Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz. And make no mistake about it, let's say this, and I don't know that I've said it explicitly to date in my coverage of the Iran war, and if I have, I haven't said it enough. Understand that this represents an actual territorial gain for the Islamic Republic of Iran. Consider that last year, when we engaged Iran in negotiations in the summer, we were looking to negotiate on their nuclear program and maybe their missiles and their proxies. It was the same framework in February when we re-engaged Iran in negotiations again. Well, consider that whether we end the conflict...
Every time we was negotiating with them, we attacked them after. So it's like, how can we really say we were negotiating with them when we kept attacking them? We were just really just trying to play it off as negotiations and really just bomb and just doing whatever we wanted to do.
This week, or whether we escalate the conflict to win, consider that we have no ability to leverage Iran on any of those issues. Obviously, if we walk away now, we will not have meaningfully imposed restrictions on Iran's support for its proxies, on Iran's missile program, or on Iran's nuclear program. And those were the three issues of contention. Those were the three big files or big areas that were subject to debate last year and last month.
Also, the problem with just now leaving is we look like bitches when we leave. Not saying that staying makes us look strong, but America is portrayed as this unbeatable nation, and if we leave now, we look like we just got our ass another Vietnam. Niggas is like, damn, these niggas is beatable. They really is. They ain't like that. So that's why Trump is trying to keep up this persona of we're unstoppable, we're unbeatable, because if they do have to back out, we look beatable. And now niggas start doing whatever they want to do. They not trying to follow rule. Like, America is now slowly not becoming the hegemony of the world anymore. Iran is literally sucking the importance out of us. Well, let me not say Iran, Israel.
What has changed is that Iran has actually expanded its strategic posture in the Middle East. When we say that Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz, what we are talking about is that they are using drones and missiles to prevent allied Gulf country commercial shipping from leaving the strait. So if a Saudi, Kuwaiti, Emirati, Qatari container ship or chemical tanker tries to leave the strait, it will come under attack by Iran. And because the strait is so narrow, it will surely be hit. And so these vessels are not being insured.
No. Surely be hit. When I mean the strait, like, we just looked at it. The strait is so damn narrow. Like, you will surely be hit. There's no like, maybe they might get us. No, you're going to get... Niggas can swim across the Strait of Hormuz, okay? You will surely be hit.
So there's a very good chance it will be sunk. And so a lot of them don't want to take the risk because they don't want to die and they don't want to lose the cargo. And also the cargo is not going to be insured. So you've got all these ships stuck on the other side, and Iran is effectively now exercising a veto over which ships can leave and which ships will remain stuck inside.
Which makes us look extremely more worse, because now Iran is letting their friends go through, so their friends are okay, while our friends are getting fucked.
The Persian Gulf.
While we want to start a war.
What important to understand about this arrangement is this is not a temporary condition of the conflict. This is actually a strategic seizure of the Strait of Hormuz. By effectively closing the strait to some shipping and leaving it open to other shipping, Iran has effectively seized control over it. It's not just about their lobbing drones over there and the whole thing is shut down. No, they are effectively exercising control like a tollway. And what has been made clear by Iran is that they are now going to formalize this new dynamic. This is going to actually become the long-term, formal, legal situation. And by that I mean Iran aims to seize legal control over the strait, and in the
And everything that's going through Iran right now is being paid in yuan. And yuan. It's the Chinese currency.
future, they are going to charge every ship that enters and exits the strait a toll, which might be up to $2 million per ship. And this is not the way the Strait of Hormuz worked before. This is how other choke points work, like the Suez Canal or the Panama Canal, where Panama and Egypt will charge a toll for shipping that transits through that canal because they had to build the canal.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that, and I heard that even if they're not Jewish descent, the Saudis have like I forgot what it is about them that is they're either really super pro Zionist or like pro Israel, something like the Saudis are being like funded by the Jews. So it's something about the like because I haven't heard too much about Iran. I definitely heard about Saudi Arabia, and I heard about Dubai's people and UAE. I'm trying to tell you, they all came from goddamn Europe. Regional Jewish descent. Wait. What saves him? I want to say what saves him is I feel like doesn't your mom make you Jewish? Even though his grandpa was a Jewish descendant, doesn't like your mom make you? Doesn't like wouldn't like the maternal side have to be Jewish? We're just asking questions here. Khomeini, but no, that's crazy. No, that's actually crazy. Make Jesus Jew? Oh.
Now, because they have to maintain the canal. This is not how the Strait of Hormuz used to operate. So consider that Iran has
I gotta check. I swear.
expanded
It's
control.
There's one side that it's one of the sides that make you. I'm telling you. I think it's the maternal.
Originally asked.
But him still having Jewish descent is still scary because again, Jews always protect Jews. Like there's only like a few Jewish people who don't say anything about what the others do, but most protect their own. So that's what makes it bad.
Asked for, and what we originally weren't even considering was on the table. So we're not getting nuclear restrictions, and we weren't even talking about missiles and regional proxies before. Now they took the strait, and as we look toward a possible retreat or surrender, we're not even going to take that back. And so when you look at this conflict, not only have we lost on the battlefield because we have not achieved our strategic objectives, actually the opposite has happened. Iran has achieved strategic objectives. Not only did they survive and their regime is intact, what's more, many of their weapon systems are still intact. They still maintain the ability and what they claim to be their right to have a domestic drone and missile industry, to have nuclear enrichment, to have a nuclear complex. They still have that highly enriched uranium buried in one of their nuclear facilities, but also they're walking away with more than what they started with. Their oil industry remains intact. Their oil exports are actually still going through. And in the future, they're going to be able to turn the Strait of Hormuz into a revenue source And by seizing control over it, they now have de jure veto power over 20% of the world's oil supply. So you could say another way to frame that is that prior to the conflict, Iran produced 4% of the world's oil. So they controlled 4% of the world's oil. Well, now that they've taken control over the strait, through which 20% of the world's oil flows, now they have quintupled the amount of energy resources that they actually control. Whereas before they controlled the oil that they made and exported, which was 4%, now they control 5 times that because they get to dictate all the energy that goes through the strait, which is all the energy that is pumped from the Persian Gulf, not just from them, but also from the Gulf countries across the way.
Which is why Carg Island is so important, because like we just saw, it is 90% of Iran's crude oil exports. 90%. That is a lot of fucking export, okay? That's literally the whole that's literally everything. If you took that from Iran, they wouldn't be able to get anything. They wouldn't be able to, their whole fucking export industry would be cooked.
They also have now taken control over a fifth of the LNG market because it's 20% of the world's natural gas, which is being pumped out of Qatar through the Strait of Hormuz. So we are in a situation where, as we've said repeatedly throughout the past few weeks, Trump was not able to achieve his objectives. Iran survived the killing blow, and now they're not going anywhere. Because the attack failed, it has actually strengthened and buttressed the regime. And so we failed, they succeeded, and now Iran is inflicting the maximum amount of pain to deter future aggression, another attempt to topple their government. And not only that, but they have also taken control of the Strait of Hormuz in such a way that it might be impossible for us to undo this situation.
Damn.
And if
that's one thing I did not even think about either, though, guys, is that what Iran is doing right now can be kept. They can keep that. They can say, especially if we lose, they can say this is how it's going to be from now on. So it's like that is also that's a great point.
If we don't fix it now, we may never fix it, because that would entail repeating this war, which would entail all the same problems that we're encountering now. A shortage of weapons, a shortage of munitions, the inability to suppress Iran's tactical capability to launch and make drones and ballistic missiles. So this is truly a dire situation. And as we've said, there's really just 2 options. Trump can either escalate or de-escalate. He can either ramp up the tactics, and the only way you can do that is with ground forces. We are doing everything that we are capable of in the air and from the sea. And so the only domain that we can actually even extend the fighting into is with some kind of ground presence. Whether that's an amphibious invasion, whether that's using a proxy force like the Kurds, whether we're backing an anti-government group on some timeline. That's the only way that we can escalate from a modal point of view, escalating the mode of fighting to achieve the initial objectives, which are regime change or disabling every position where they've hidden and are able to launch drones and missiles. The only other option is we sue for peace. And we beg Iran for a truce through intermediaries, like through Pakistan and China. And that's it. Those are your options. Now, as I said, the big development from today is that Trump appears to be looking for an exit. And that has been the story for the past few weeks. What is this exit going to consist in? Is Trump going to make some audacious invasion attempt, either of the islands or of the mainland, in an attempt to escalate in order to save face, gain leverage, dictate terms to end the conflict? Or is Trump effectively just going to bow out and surrender? And the logic,
I think he's just using these diplomatic, like the Indian news outlet was saying, diplomatic like these fake peaceful statements, or not peaceful statements, but like diplomatic statements trying to end the war, act like he wants to stop it, just to lull Iran to sleep so that he can attack them again. So I don't believe him when he says he's trying to end the war.
So far has been that it's unlikely that Trump will surrender. Based on what we know about Trump and his
After Eastern Passover?
based on what we know about the pressures in the region, our allies like Saudi Arabia and the Emirates and Israel, they want us to keep going, and they're pressuring us to keep going.
Yes, I heard. I forgot.
Based on the conditions in this conflict, if we wrap it up now, almost certainly this is going to become a problem again in the future. The leadership that we killed has been replaced by hardliners that are less willing to negotiate and more extreme. Because of the way we conducted ourselves in the conflict, we have probably alienated the Iranian people and made an uprising less likely, not more likely. Additionally, this war might be so catastrophic for the economy at a global level that if we even were to consider going back in and finishing the job, assuming that Iran tries to rebuild its missiles or nukes or other military capabilities, the entire world is going to protest a second go at it, a second attempt to try to do this all over again. And almost certainly that is what the situation would call for on a long enough timeline. An emboldened regime that the people have rallied behind that is engaging to retake and rebuild its missile program, its highly enriched uranium, begin enriching uranium again. You're going to have pressure to go back in. So the wisdom so far has been that Trump is not going to walk away because really he can't. There's no way from a strategic point of view, it just isn't sound for us to just wash our hands of this and get out of it. On some level, Iran has all the cards, and they are going to dictate how this is going to go. They're going to dictate the timeline and the terms. And there's very little that we can do to alter how they feel about it and how they're going to go about this. So like I said, you've got this statement from Trump earlier today. Trump says the war is going to end imminently. He's giving a statement tomorrow. You had Pete Hegseth say today that the next couple of days are going to be decisive. Marco Rubio said yesterday that we may end the conflict without liberating the Strait of Hormuz. Benjamin Netanyahu said to the Israeli press that Iran no longer poses a threat to Israel. And so over the past 48 hours, there's been this overwhelming messaging blitz, and that is how I would describe it. It looks very coordinated because of the timing and because the messaging is pretty consistent across the board. There is a messaging blitz which seems to want all of us to believe that this war is going to end. And this is what I hear everybody saying, and the markets seem to believe it as well. Today, all of the markets rebounded. I reposted it today in my Telegram. All the stock indices are up, the NASDAQ, S&P 500, the Dow, and they're way up. They were way down yesterday, way down on Friday. Today, everything's right back up. And the buzz and the rumors on social media is that the war is over. Bill Ackman is telling people to buy stocks again. Everything's going to be okay. And like I said at the top of the show, it might be the case, of course, that if we take this at face value, that this indicates that the war is truly about to end. And maybe Trump, in the primetime address tomorrow, will announce that the war is over.
That would be smart as fuck, cause that's the reason why China isn't like fucking with Taiwan is cause we have Taiwan. So that's a good ass theory. But then Iran would lose 90% of its oil exports. Like, that's a lot. That they would be giving up their whole asshole for that shit. Like, just to not lose Karg Island. They would, but like Karg Island is so important. I mean, your asshole is very important. Like, that's you need that shit to shit out of. God damn
And
it.
we will begin a withdrawal. There have been a lot of
Hey, yo, I
discussions to this end. What is
That wasn't
Iran
it.
demanding on their side? Well, they have demanded that the U.S. withdraw from all of its Middle
Damn.
Eastern bases.
Niggas what the
There was a
whole
report just the other day that the United States wants to leave all of the Middle Eastern bases, and they want to build a base in Israel to replace them. So maybe that points towards a surrender with honor. Maybe that points towards a face-saving withdrawal. Iran says that the new status quo is that they will control the Strait of Hormuz and charge a toll. Again, Trump has said, and the Secretary of State has said, that retaking the Strait of Hormuz is no longer necessary to end the war. Initially, when the war was declared, Trump said that one of the objectives was regime change. Well, just yesterday, Trump said we achieved regime change, even though that's not really true. Just like in Venezuela, the security infrastructure remains intact. The entire security apparatus is still there. It's still the Iranian Revolutionary Islamic government. It's still the IRGC that runs the country. They appointed a new Ayatollah, and he is the son of the previous
he's the son of the
Ayatollah.
previous one.
And so there is not a meaningful regime change, and yet they're saying that it's mission accomplished, that victory condition has been satisfied. So there's a lot of evidence right now, again, just based on what is being said, how they are finessing the objectives, various rumors, statements, that maybe Washington is coming to peace with the fact that we can't win this one, that there's literally no way out. The air and sea power isn't doing it. And the longer this goes on, the more likely it will have catastrophic effects on the economy. And to the extent that they have considered some kind of amphibious assault of an island or the mainland, maybe they're reconsidering in light of the fact that it would be a suicide mission. It has a low likelihood of success. There would certainly be high casualties, whether it's successful or not. And that might actually tend to increase our commitment in this war rather than lead to a way out of it. So this is some of the logic that might suggest that we're leaving the war, and all the hype and all the buzz reflects an actual strategic pivot inside the White House. On the other hand, and this is where I've been coming at it from the past few weeks, I am deeply skeptical of everything that is being said by this administration right now, especially right now. And that is because the administration has a tendency to lie about everything. And in particular, the administration lies about matters of war. It's actually part of the doctrine. And it's been a part of Trump's doctrine since the very beginning, going back 10 years. Trump likes to put out a mixed message. He likes brinksmanship. He likes to offer the carrot and the stick. He likes to confuse and throw the opponent off balance. And so, actually, if you're taking it at face value, on its face, you almost have to assume that this is misdirection. It's almost a safer bet rather than assume they're telling the truth and they're telegraphing their real strategy. There is a pivot inside the White House and they're just telling us. I think actually maybe the more likely explanation is that it's misdirection. This is a case of tactical misdirection. And you know this because the messaging is very coordinated right now, and it's also a complete 180 from the messaging on Sunday. So while the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the insiders say that Trump is getting ready to wind down, he's bored with the fighting, he's ready to move on to Cuba, he's ready to resign without the Strait of Hormuz. On Sunday, Trump said that if Iran doesn't open up the strait, he's going to bomb all their civilian infrastructure. So how do you go from Sunday, if you don't open up the strait, we're going to nuke your country, to Monday, you know what, never mind, we're good. You keep the strait, we're not going to do anything at all. Simultaneously, there's been a lot of talk about diplomacy, about peace talks. And there has been this line for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks at this point, The administration is saying that they are in talks with intermediaries, Turkey, Pakistan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and they are trying to broker a truce with Iran. And to put it bluntly, Trump has just been lying about these negotiations since the beginning. Trump said that we are in talks with Iran. That's not true. We're not talking to Iran. We are passing messages through intermediaries, but there are no negotiations, there is no diplomacy, and there's not even direct contact. So that's a lie. Trump has said that Iran begged him to extend the deadline for the ultimatum. That's not true. Iran denies this. Trump went out last week and said that Iran agreed to every point in the 15-point plan that he proposed to them. None of that is true. Iran has their own plan, their own proposal to end the conflict, and it's almost the opposite of what Trump demanded. Trump is demanding surrender on every issue, and Iran is demanding that the U.S. pay them reparations, close all their bases, give them the...
Trump is demanding you, hey, give me everything you got. And Iran is saying the same thing back. You're going to have to pay for this. You're going to have to do this. You have to make sure this shit is fixed. You're going to have to make sure we get the money back from all the fucking shipments we missed. Like, oh, man. That's why it's like, there's no going back after this. Like, I got, like, oh, man. And like I said, if we have to invade Iran, that's 3 million soldiers. We only have 452,000 active. God damn.
Strait of Hormuz and lift all the sanctions. So that's a lie as well. So you have to ask yourself, what accounts for the 180 in 24 hours? How did Trump go from there's all these deadlines, these rolling deadlines, Iran must open the strait or else? And the threats keep escalating, keep getting more severe. They have 48 hours or we attack the power grid. Actually, they have 5 more days. Actually, they have 10 more days. And actually, if they don't follow through, we'll bomb all the civilian infrastructure. How do you account for that? And if there's a diplomatic resolution to the conflict, why then is Trump lying about it every step of the way? And why is he lying about it seemingly to time the markets? Over the weekends, the rhetoric is bellicose. Over the weekend, the rhetoric is we're on a war footing, we're about to escalate, we're going to annihilate them. Then when the markets open on Monday, diplomacy is back, and it seems like they're going to budge, and we're already there, basically. We've already made the deal. These are some of the things that Trump has said in the past week. Moreover, and this is the biggest one, so the White House is telegraphing that the war is about to come to a close. Well, if that's the case, why then is a third aircraft carrier headed to the Middle East right now? Do you know how much it costs to operate an aircraft carrier on a daily basis? It's like $15 million a day.
Oh, my God.
And so you're going to
Nigga
have
said a
3
day.
carrier strike
Shit.
groups, the Lincoln, the Ford,
Shit.
and the George Bush, all in the Middle East. That is on top of the increase in our presence in the Middle East, 5,000 Marines, 5,000 paramilitary, and 10,000 other ground forces. Why are they being deployed to the region? So you have a 180. You've got the fake peace talks timed to coincide with the market opening and closing, and then you've actually got an increasing presence in the Middle East. You've actually got a bigger footprint, a bigger posture than you ever did at any time in the conflict.
Exactly like I said earlier, Trump just likes to distract. Hey, we're cool. We're about to come talk. We're chilling. While he's telling everybody, he's telling them niggas that keep go. We're I swear the war is about to be over. Like this has been the plot for like the past 4 years now. So since 2020, I want to say since 2020, this has been the plot for him. Was, oh, we're cool. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't, no peace, no war. I mean, no wars. So he's just a distract. He just be lying.
More
You just gotta
carrier
understand, this nigga
strike
just be
groups,
lying.
more troops, Marines ready to go. So what are we to make of all this? Well, as I've said over the past few weeks, if we take history as a guide, every time that we have dealt with Iran, or even Iran's proxies for that matter, like Hezbollah or Hamas, it seems that the peace agreements are always a ruse. The negotiations are always a fake out. Last year, were Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner actually seeking a real nuclear deal? I don't know that they really were. I do know that those peace talks began the day that
And they all have a reason. And Turkey has a reason to.
Netanyahu visited the White House.
So it's like we're giving
And
these
after the
niggas
60
reason
days
to
expired,
fucking
it
hate
gave
us.
Israel and the United States time to plan and to create the favorable conditions for their attack against Iran in Rising Lion and Midnight Hammer last June. The same thing happened this year. The White House engaged Iran in negotiations, and the entire time they were moving 50% of our deployable Air Force to the Middle East, moving 2 carrier strike groups to the Middle East. And so is this time any different? This is, to me, deja vu all over again. It's more talk of negotiations, more talk of diplomacy. And the headlines and the lead always talks about how positive things are going. It's productive. It's constructive. Both sides walked away pleased with their progress. It always goes that way. But upon further inspection, when you look at the deployments that are happening, upon further inspection, when you look at the 2 positions of either side in the negotiation, what you realize is the talks are not making any progress at all. They're not making any progress towards each other. They both have their red lines, and they're both sticking to them.
Nah, that's a fact. But like I said, if you really pay attention, Turkey has already had to defend 4 missiles that went into their. Oh my God, yeah, they're if that's happening, and you got to understand, like Israel also don't be giving a fuck who they hit either. They just shoot them bitches too. So what we have to understand is we cannot trust Trump to tell us the truth or U.S. media to tell us the truth. We have to go to our individual sources, such as Nick, Myron, PBD, different people that you like to listen to, that other people like to listen to. I would try to say nobody that's Jew-ran, but it's pretty hard to find that. But yeah, I would. It shows us that we can't trust the media. We can't trust the president when he talks about what's going on. You have to go find out for yourself and use your own type of research to figure out what's going on. It's what that also shows is that he uses these tactics because America falls for it, which makes the world kind of fall for it because the world is always watching America for some reason. Well, not for some reason, because we always putting ourselves in the world, and they're always watching us. So then they start believing the same thing, lulls them to sleep. Then we attack. Then Trump attack. Well, yeah, we attack, and now they look crazy because they should have been on guard, but Trump was lying about the peace talks. So it's just a tactic to make them feel safe, like feel things are gonna end, or make them feel comfortable. Like I said before, lull them into comfortability to where they think everything is gonna end, and in reality, he's just getting ready for the next big attack. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. How much more we had it on it? Like 40 minutes. That's okay. Wanted 5 minutes. 5 minutes of some regular shit. I've been talking about this war for the past fucking hour.
Is controlled by the Zionist lobby.
How you doing, Myron? My name's Jay.
Yo.
So I voted for Trump in 2020, but I'm not very happy with Donald Trump's current campaign. I don't like Pam
We agree. I agree with you.
Body lying about the Epstein files. I don't like donating money to Israel. I don't like being a puppet of Netanyahu. And my question is, how do people as young conservative men or Republican issues, how do we attack this?
You got to remember, it's not right versus left anymore, guys. It's not conservative versus liberal. It's literally I really want to say it's Christian versus Jew right now, but I don't think people see themselves as Christian. I don't think that many people see themselves as Christians, but it's really America first versus everybody else, honestly, at this point. So I don't know how you still see Republican and Democrat. They're both Jew ran.
Problem of like Donald Trump really egging on the whole war and these problems and genocide, and I can't stand with it, and I don't think it's America first anymore, and I'm very disappointed as a young voter.
Yeah. What we're gonna have to do is put somebody in that isn't controlled by them. Now, the problem is with the GOP, it's historically always been owned by the Zionist lobby.
Right.
The Democrats are starting to figure it out that, like, you know, doing that is going to be a problem. Like, you got Gavin Newsom kind of walking back some of his AIPAC money he said before.
Gavin Newsom.
You know, Zohran Mamdani ran on, you know, saying, I'm going to put New York City first versus going to Israel. The GOP is going to have to catch up to that and take that stance. Now, do I think it's going to happen on this election cycle? Probably not. But maybe in the next 2 election cycles, we can get a candidate in there that isn't controlled by them.
Who do you think will be the next candidate for the runner-up? You think it'll be J.D. Vance?
For the Republican Party?
Yes, sir.
Probably Marco Rubio or maybe J.D. Vance, even though he said that he's going to pull out.
That's what she said.
Time will tell. We'll see.
I mean, that's what he
All right,
said.
thank you. That'll be it. Thank
That's
you.
kind of
Always, man.
crazy. She said that.
Who's up next? Any of the haters from over there that were heckling, you guys are welcome
Oh my
to come on
God.
over. See, it's funny because, like, the hecklers never actually want to get on the mic. They just, like, talk shit and say, you're a bigot, you're a Nazi. And I'm like, all right, well, what's your disagreement? They're like, ugh. What's up?
So do you believe that once a woman is a slut, that they can be redeemed from that? Or is it like, once a slut and a whore, always a slut and a whore?
I want to say once a slut and a whore, always a slut and a whore. Don't even waste your time. Could you possibly change her life and make her... No, you could never make a woman change. Could you show her a different way and hopefully she change? Sure. But could you also hopefully win the lottery? Could you also hopefully find $1 million in the trash can? You could hopefully do a lot of shit. Would I tell you to go do that shit though? No.
I'll give you an analogy.
She gotta want it, facts. But
Let's say you go buy
she's a
some
whore. She's not gonna want it. I'm telling
duct
you.
tape,
Most
right?
the whores don't want it.
And the first time you put that duct tape on, it's really nice, sticky, and adhesive, right? But
Perfect
then as you use
example.
that duct tape,
Another better example is, they're like glass. Okay, it's like a glass. It's like a glass cup. Okay, you got a glass cup in your hand, right? You drop it and it breaks. Could you glue the shit back together? Yes. Is it gonna be a little leaky? Yeah. But you could possibly glue everything together and it'd be like almost near perfect, right? Say you drop it again though, and it shatters again. Could you get the pieces again? Maybe. Would it be the same? Nah, it's definitely gonna be leaky again. Like the more the glass drops, the more she's a whore, the less redeemable it is, if that makes sense. The less more of a glass is gonna look like. Okay.
more and more, it's not able to stick. That's what a slut is, basically.
So can they be redeemed?
What was
Can
that?
a slut become a wife?
No, because they're not sticky no more.
Do you think I could save Bonnie Blue?
What was that?
Could I save Bonnie Blue? Could I redeem her?
Oh, she's cooked, bro. But you
Bro.
can try.
Thank
Bro
you.
said, "Can I save Bonnie Blue?" That is actually disgusting. Whose fucking child is this? Where's your dad? Because only a mother would teach you to be a fucking cuck like this. Can I save Bonnie Blue? Can I save her? She's had 1,000 niggas inside her. But I want some of that. That's actually gay. Like, that was gay as fuck. Who the fuck? We need to find this nigga. No, stop.
All right, no worries.
Okay.
Okay. Hi.
What's up, man?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
It's okay, guys. Let him talk. Go ahead, man.
Okay.
What's up? Go ahead.
I want to talk about.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Go ahead, man. Take your time.
We just have to talk. I want to know, why are you here?
Well, I'm here to open up some dialogue on some topics that people are typically scared to talk about and or have conversations on.
Well, you here for that? It's like, oh.
So he's okay.
Okay.
What's up?
But like, I'll just be blunt.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. You say like you're here for talks. Yeah. Like all this stuff like you talk about and everything, like you don't realize how messed up it is.
What part is messed up the most for you?
Like you mentioned about the Holocaust, like you denied that.
I was gonna say, I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like niggas be knowing they're gonna be on YouTube, so it's like, is he on the spectrum or is he just fucking being a fucking nigga, like being a jackass? Like that's why I'd be like having to like, cause like niggas be wanting they little 5 seconds of fame real quick. I'm trying to tell you, like when a nigga has never been the center of attention, never been cool, never been the leader, never been that nigga, and he sees a chance to try to be that nigga, he's going to go for it every time. Even if it means he's going to be corny or a clown or a jackass, he's going to try it. So it's like, that's why I'd be like, I'm like looking at bro, but then when he took his hat off and his shit was fucked up, I was like, he might just be on the spectrum. When he took his shit off, I was like, oh shit, that nigga shit is fucked up. That nigga don't give a fuck about the bitches. Cause at least a nigga that like maybe get some bitches cause he looks cause he kind of looks okay on the face, you know what I'm saying? No homo. So it's like maybe he might have with the hat on, he kind of looked like he got the bitches, but once he took that shit off, I knew he wasn't getting no bitches with that. That shit look crazy. Fuck.
No, if you were listening to me, I never denied it. What I said was I don't believe the 6 million number.
That nigga going.
The 6 million number.
No.
That nigga is going crazy. That nigga is losing his mind, literally. Shit. He younger than me. I'm fucking 29. This nigga's got to be like 18 to 24. This nigga losing his shit already. God damn it.
Look,
this nigga. No, but like but what makes it annoying is that like there's no way you are like this, but you came up with these thought-provoking questions that you just had to ask, you know? Like these questions that you're coming up with have to be like stupid ass questions. Who let them do this? Bro, like they have to be dumbass questions because if you're a retard, right? If you're retarded, you're not coming up with thought-provoking questions. Like, why you're here? Perfect. That should have been it. That should have been the best you could have thought up with. There's nothing else you could really think up with as a slow person. Like, what the fuck are you really thinking? Like, okay, that's okay. That though you're saying mean. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. He's not going to like. Jesus, it just.
We got some funny guys in the back, man. The Adlers are crazy.
Sorry, I'm just not used to talking to people, so many people. I'm sorry. Okay.
So what is the grievance, man? What do you? Because clearly you have something on your mind here. So what is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, what is it?
So like I said, like you said, like it was talks and everything. Yeah, you don't realize how like fucked up it all it is. Like to say sexist shit. You don't find it messed up?
Reality is sexist.
For him to know, provoke his thoughts, for him to say sexist shit, a slow nigga is not going to say sexist shit. He's gonna say, "Why are you being mean to women? Like, what the fuck are we like?" Like that's why it's like I don't know if niggas be faking or what. Like he's not sexist. He's not gonna be detailed and pungent with his words. He's gonna be fucking dull and straight to the point. Why you mean the girls?
Like
why you say being
calling people whores and all that stuff and everything is fine?
Yeah, bullying is good.
And it's so funny because like he has like this lisp and then it disappears when he's being serious. Like like when he's asking a question and he's being a jackass. He's like talking like this, and then just now he talks regular.
It's a very natural way to reinforce standard and norms.
Relax.
You say.
Yeah, bullying is good.
You think that's natural?
Yes, it's a natural way that society negatively reinforces bad behavior.
Then you find that natural? Like, do you also find like what, like saying like racial slurs, all that stuff natural? You think like
Okay, he might be on the spectrum because he keeping that little that fucking goofy ass shit on him.
do you personally like deny genocide, for example, like what goes on in Gaza, for example? Like, you think
Have you
that's
been listening to any of this, like what we've been talking about the whole time? I've already went over this. I talked about literally Israel did a genocide. I said that.
Okay.
He's stumped. It's okay. How about this? Let's go to the next person, and then you can come back. Like, I need you to formulate your thoughts because you're holding up, bro. So we'll go to the next person, and then you can come back on. Who's up next?
Nah, send that nigga back to the fucking dorms. He's tired. He's sleepy. Nigga is sleepy. Give that nigga, he skipped his meds today. That's what happened. I'm sorry, guys. He skipped his medication. He was supposed to take it right around 2, but he missed it, and fucking around trying to get to the fucking meeting. He missed him. He forgot his medicine at home. Anyways, shout out to everybody in the chat today. We listened about what's going on with Karg Island, the troops that are being deployed, and the different takes on what could be possibly happening. We had Unk's take, we had Nick's take. Definitely great perspectives on what might be happening with Karg Island. I like those perspectives, but only time will tell. Most likely see on Sunday. What's today? Wednesday, right? Friday. I definitely going to be going like Friday, but Friday. Hopefully, we get some news between today and Friday on what's going on. If not, again, we'll watch Myron at Ohio. But other than that, I will always try to keep you guys updated with this war stuff. Well, anything going on in the day to day that's important to men in general, and yeah, nice easy Wednesday for us today. Nothing too crazy. Ended with a nice funny ass goofball on stream. But yeah, appreciate everybody for stopping by. Shout out to Unk with the sub. He is the fucking GOAT. We need one more follower to get us to regular subs. And we are on our way. I will see y'all boys on Friday. Peace!
The bitch shaking it, showing it. You this, you that. We laughing at them together. Oh! So stop treating these like they mean something.
Let's go to TikTok.